I've been diabetic for over 25 years, and I can look back now and easily say that it never once was never a miseducation. It was all had to do with myself thinking being invincible that I can get past the sickness, but in the long term, it caught up to me, and it just, you know, I had some unfortunate consequences for that. But we're learning, and I'm learning as I'm going, and I know the importance of taking care of it now. But definitely would recommend anybody that just comes out, finds out that they're diabetic, that it would be in their best interest to follow the guidelines, follow the rules, and what they're supposed to eat and fluid intakes, because it makes a big difference. My initial diagnosis was Charcot in the bottom of my heel on my right foot. Had to have minor surgery to remove a lot of that infection. Once that was removed, um, went into the recovery part of it. Unfortunately, I had another infection that came along with that on the top part of the foot, which led to an amputation on my second toe. The most definite is biggest reason for the infection was the uncontrolled diabetes. At that point, A1C level was just really high, like at a 13, and that was just bad on my part not taking care of it, which led to a lot of the infections. A lot of the after the first surgery, the healing process of it just wouldn't heal with the sugars being uncontrolled. Um, when it led to the amputation and the education of the importance of blood sugar, it just kind of made me, you know, went at a different aspect as far as taking care of myself. It just made it. It's gotten better over that. My A1C level has come down to 7, and sugar's a lot more controlled. And I've noticed the healing is a lot quicker. Overall, it's just the diabetes is what really kind of caused a lot of the infection. Overall, I mean, I've never really thought of like the healthcare being at fault for any of this happening. It was long coming as far as not sticking to the medical guidelines that I should have been following. So I don't think I would have. I don't think there was anything that could have been prevented from happening other than just with myself not taking care of my blood sugars. The university health team has been really good to me. 4 months ago, when I had the my first surgery, after the when I got the second infection, they were talking about me possibly losing half my foot, and going through that, being told that, it was a really hard thing to swallow at the time. Depression kicks in, sadness, and here we are, 9 weeks later. My foot looked like it's healing very well. I amputated one toe, but it could have been worse. I could have lost my whole foot. So I'm really grateful that they put a lot of effort into making that happen. From the situations that I've gone through, the best advice that I can relay to fellow patients: everything that they tell you, it means something. If everything has a factor and how long that you could prolong your life. And being told at one time during that process that I only had a 20% chance to live, and watching my kids not even have kids yet, was like the biggest hard for me part for me to swallow, was leaving them behind, not being able to see my grandkids. Um, so I would just relate to other people that any bit of information that they give you, education, uh, medical studies, take advantage of the technology nowadays, because it's so helpful. Because if I were to listen 25 years ago when I was first diagnosed to the way I listen now, I probably wouldn't be in this situation.